Every year, the illuminated streets of downtown Singapore host one of the most grueling events in motorsport, the Formula One night race. Inside the cockpit, temperatures can hit 50 degrees Celsius. Drivers wrestle the car through 19 relentless 90-degree corners, with concrete walls sitting mere inches from their tires for nearly 2 solid hours. It is a brutal test of mechanical and physical endurance. Yet every single day, we execute maneuvers that are just as mechanically complex. Every step we take, every cup we lift, relies on a high-speed connection between our brain and our muscles. This fluid human movement is driven by a constant stream of invisible data processing. We take that delicate internal network for granted until the moment the system fails. Imagine yourself rocketing toward a heavy braking zone, like the tight Anderson Bridge hairpin at absolute maximum speed. You spot the turn and violently jerk the steering wheel to the side, but the front tires lock up. The chassis ignores your command, sliding straight forward into a wall of smoke. The screaming engine fades, replaced by the steady, rhythmic pulse of a hospital monitor. This is a total disconnect. In a fraction of a second, the physical link between conscious intent and bodily action has been severed. This MRI scan of a human brain shows the impact site. The bright white anomaly in the lower left section pinpoints the location of a stroke, a sudden blockage or bleed that damages a specific sector of the brain's internal circuitry. When an F1 car sustains hidden damage on the track, engineers don't guess what's wrong. They rely on telemetry, thousands of real-time data points transmitted straight from the car's internal sensors back to the pit wall. For a stroke patient, the medical equivalent of telemetry is lived data, daily biomedical and functional reports, tracking real-world progress. By continuously monitoring sleep patterns, motor function, and heart rate, clinicians map the hidden state of the damaged human chassis. Without capturing and transmitting these reports, both the injured driver and the recovering patient are essentially flying blind in the dark. There is a central paradox in racing. A driver traveling at 200 kilometers per hour cannot diagnose and fix a broken suspension from inside the cockpit alone. Similarly, a stroke survivor cannot rebuild their complex neural pathways without an external, highly trained strategist analyzing their progress. Effective medical recovery is an active requirement. Waiting for a doctor to simply fix the problem from the outside rarely leads to a full return to form. Success requires an active clinical partnership. The patient provides vital lived data, while the clinician acts as the race engineer, interpreting that data to adjust strategy. It is this continuous, two-way dialogue between the patient's experience and the clinician's expertise that keeps the recovery safely on track. Sometimes the damage to the original track is too severe. The old route is broken, and you simply cannot race on it again. Look at this map of the original Marina Bay Circuit. In 2023, organizers looked at a slow, frustrating sequence of 4 corners, turns 16 through 19, and permanently removed them. They bypassed the old problematic sequence entirely and laid down a single, fast straightaway. The human brain operates similarly through a process called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to physically bypass damaged areas and build new structural connections. Bypassing broken pathways requires a deliberate partnership to engineer a new, efficient route forward. A stroke leaves a lasting mark. That initial, terrifying spin in the dark takes a heavy toll, and the trauma of losing physical control alters a person's life. But a sudden loss of control doesn't end the race. With the right pit crew and steady lived data, you can regain traction. Regaining your autonomy means crossing the finish line into a new normal. You cannot undo the crash, but by embracing this clinical partnership, you take the wheel back and dictate exactly how the rest of your race is run.